Hey everyone, I'm going to explain how to play a super fun and easy math game that you can play at home if you would like to. It is called Pica Ferme. So we've played this in our classroom more so at the beginning of the year. It is a great game to practice place value, but it's just a fun game to play in general as well. So you need to have at least two people to play. We play with our whole class. You can have up to basically as many people as you would like. So you're going to have one person that is going to pick or make up a mystery number. The mystery number should be 3 digits long. So let's say my mystery number is 283. Now typically I would not be telling you what my mystery number is. For the sake of explaining the game, I am going to tell you what it is. So once you have your mystery number, you are going to have other people try to guess it. So let's say, for example, I'm trying to guess my mystery number. Let's say I guess 418. So now if I'm the person that has the mystery number, I'm going to give everybody else clues so they can figure out what it is. So looking at the clues up here, I am going to put either a P, F, or N underneath each number. So underneath the 4, underneath the 1, and underneath the 8. If I put a P underneath that number, that means that that number is in the mystery number, but it is in the wrong place. If I put an F underneath one of those numbers, that means that that number is in the correct place. If I put an N underneath one of those numbers, that means that that number is not in the mystery number at all. So let's look back at my guess, 418. So if I look at the 4 is not in my mystery number, 283. So I am going to put an N underneath the 4. Now I'm looking at the tens place, the 1. There is no 1 in my mystery number. So again, I'm going to put an N underneath the 1. But now looking at the 8, there is an 8 in my mystery number, but the 8 is in the tens place, not the ones place. So I am going to put a P underneath it, because P means that the number is in the mystery number, but it is in the wrong place. So now, if you were to be making a second guess, you would know that 8 has to be in the number, and it'll have to be in the hundreds place or the tens place. So let's make a second guess. Let's say if somebody guesses, and I know for sure that it does not have a 4 or a 1. So I'm going to guess 985. So looking at my clues again here, my mystery number, looking at the hundreds place, 9, there is no 9 in my mystery number. So then I had to put an N underneath the 9. So we already know that the 8 belongs in the mystery number, but we need to know which place value it belongs in. So right now it's in the 10 spot in my guess, and that's correct. The 8 is in the 10 spot. So to show that I got that correct, I'm going to put an F underneath that 8. Lastly, the 5. There is no 5 in my mystery number, so I'm going to put an N underneath the 5. For the next guess, I know that the 8 is in the tens place, and there's not going to be a 1, a 4, or a 5. So let's say my next guess is 387. Remember that 8 has to be in the tens place because we already figured it out. Then the person that's in charge of guessing it, or the person that has the mystery number, they're going to go through and they're going to say, look at the hundreds place, there is a 3 in the number, but it's in the wrong spot. So I'm going to put a P underneath the 3. The 8 is correct, And the 7 does not exist in my mystery number, so I'm going to put an N underneath that. So you can see that it's getting a little bit more narrowed down, because I can figure out that if there is a 3 in my number, but it's not in the hundreds place, that means that it has to be in the ones place, right? So that means that my next guess, and I know that there's not a 1, there is a 3, there's not a 4, 5, could be 6 maybe, so I could do 683. Okay, once you've guessed that, then the person that's in charge of having the mystery number will look at all the numbers and see. So 6 in the hundreds place, there is no 6. So then they would write an N underneath that. 8 is correct, we've already known that. And then 3 is in the right spot, so I'm going to put another F. So now we're getting super close to knowing what the mystery number is. So I'm going to be thinking now, I know there's not a 1, no, that there's not a 3. There's a 3, but it's not in the hundred spot, sorry. There's not a 4, a 5, a 6, a 7. So there could be a 2. There could be an 8 in the hundreds place, that's still possible. And there's not going to be a 9, so it's either going to be a 2 or an 8. I'm going to guess 283 to see if that's right. So I would say 283. And the person that is in charge of guessing has 2 options, since that's correct. That matches my mystery number. They can either put 3 F's underneath it, or they can simply take your mystery number that you guessed and write it on these spots. So again, this is just a super fun math game you can play at home if you're looking for more to do. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask, and I would be more than happy to help you out.